welcome along to Heartwood Turning in the stable studio. I thought I'd just let you have a quick look at my chuck buddy setup that Steve from SKKrafts are producing. So here we are, guys, we're at my lathe. Let me just have a quick look. I'll show you where the lathe is. There's the lathe position there, and we have the buddy range right in behind it. So normally I don't like to store tools etc behind my lathe, but I'm thinking that if you're changing your chuck or changing jaws or sanding or something like that, your lathe is stopped before you want to reach over it. So I think it's fairly safe where it is. You've got to keep that safety thing in mind, obviously. So let's just run through the buddy range here. Up here in the top right hand corner we have our faceplate ring holders, or faceplate and ring holders there. So I just use it for ring holders because that's what I use mostly for securing pieces of wood, bowl blanks, etc. to my lathe. So I've currently got 3 of them. 2 for the SC3 and SC4 chucks, and 1 for the SC2 chuck. I've also got some jaws, spare jaws that I use quite often, but not often enough to be on a chuck. So I have this is a deep gripper jaw set for the SC4, and these are held on here by magnets. So you just sit up in there and keeps them all nice and tidy out the way. And they've been up there for a good while now, and none of them ever fall off. So these are a great thing. Keeps your jaws and everything nice and tidy. Along here we have our jaws mount, our chucks mounted, and we'll just take this SC3 one off. So that's the SC3 with its standard jaws, and it just mounts on its M33 chuck buddy, held on by 4 screws. And I have them set on a piece of wood here. On this piece of wood, I have them all set on a piece of wood, which is just angled to 45 degrees, which makes it nice and simple to take them off and on. And I found if they're screwed vertically, it's sometimes quite, if you got old and weak wrists like mine, it's quite challenging to get them on. Up here, we have our Morse 2 taper holder, and that's set for our Jacob's chuck, and it has another 4 spaces. So I have 2 spaces missing there. They're currently on the lathe, my 2 step centers. They would normally be in here. Up over here, we have the small tool holder, which is used for the chuck keys, etc. I use it for a little screwdriver and a punch. Down over here, chuck key holders. They just hook on there, and they're always there. They're always in the right place, and they're handy for when you're at the lathe. This portion here is a new portion, guys. This is not available yet, but it may become available later. I'm currently testing these for Steve. This is for the Simon Hope inertia sander. So this the little one sits in the standard one, should I say, just sits in there on a couple of little hooks on the top, and we've got spaces for 7 grits. So this one starts off at 80 grit, and I have the 80 grit in the front, 80, 120, 180, 240, which is currently on there, which is what I was using last. I'll just pop that back in there. I'm right up to, I go right up to 400 just, and I've got a spare one here just. Down below that we have these little mandrels, which are Hex Heads. These are the ones for using on your drill. So they're all there, and I find that's quite a handy place to keep them. So that's the chuck buddy range that I have currently. I'm looking forward to Steve producing some more stuff so as we can keep the place nice and tidy. That's how I display it. I'd love to see how you guys do it. Now, these items are, but apart from these and the chuck key holders, the rest of the items are currently available on Steve's Made Me store, and I'll chuck the link in the description below.